You're making a run at it, aren't you? Rolling up a stake and going to Vegas.
The #1 poker internet show is now on the radio. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to talk poker news, entertainment, and have lots of Sin City surprises. The phone lines are open at 731-1230. That's 731-1230. Or toll free. 1-866-820-5528. That's 1-866-820-KLAV. Now, let's bring on the hosts going all in. Here is Mark Hoke.
I saw John Friedberg over there kind of giggling when that intro started up. I caught that read. It just gets you going, doesn't it?
That is some intro you got there.
It is. God bless KLAV. These guys are darn good at what they do. Hey, thanks for being with us. I'm Mark Hoke here on the Mark Hoke Show on KLAV 1230 AM, the talk of Las Vegas. And boy, did I bring Vegas in here today. Right, Nate?
Absolutely.
This is one of the more eclectic groups I think we've had on the show, to say the least. Nate Dowland down there.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. John Friedberg. Good to have you on the show, my friend.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
And, of course, Kenna James, busting out the shades.
Yeah, it's my poker shades, man.
Yeah.
Eclectic. I like that word, eclectic.
Thank you. I've got a million of them.
Good to be here, man.
Hey, thanks. It's and it's funny because Kenna and I had done quite a few times on the on my internet show, and we've never met until today.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Well, not when you live in Pennsylvania. It's not crazy. It's took you a while to get here, babe.
Well,
took you a while to get to town.
Well, I've been out here.
Yeah, you have. I saw you. I
it's
saw
all-
you.
it's all good.
Saw you at the World Series of Poker amongst the throngs.
Yes, the craziness.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, well,
But anyway, good to see you. Glad to be on the show.
all right. So,
Sitting next to my good friend here, John Freeberg, once again. Looking forward to talking some poker and some other tidbits.
Is that what we're here for?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
like that.
Well, I don't know. We can talk about any game you guys want to talk about.
You've been rocking final tables lately. You made the final table of the win again. Or was that the Venetian? I'm sorry.
That's the rumor. Well, both actually. Yeah.
You get a round of applause.
So, yeah.
Well, tell us about that.
Well, what would you like to know?
Well, how'd you do?
He won.
Well, I won. I won the 5K win event, and I finished.
Wow.
I finished second in the 150K guarantee Venetian. I guess a couple weeks ago. So so things are going good.
Kenna James is back, ladies and gentlemen.
And buying lunch today, too.
Ooh, I didn't know that, but good call.
Taco Bell, here we come.
Good call, Mr. Poker Atlas and AVP over there. Hitting Kenna James up on the lunch for the wins. Right? Good call. All right.
I usually buy lunch.
Fair enough. Well, of course, the Mark Hoke Show is powered by BlueRail.net, brought to you by Blind Squirrel Apparel, Off Tilt Poker Tables, Team Poker Joker, Poker Plays You Can Use, Final 9 Comic, Arctic Blue Cooling Towels, Double Digit Covers, 3Bet Clothing, and RogueWire.com. It's a long list, ain't it?
RogueWire.
Yeah. Our internet home. It's a very nice place to be. So thank all of you guys for your support. We do appreciate it. We have a lot of news going on today. This is just breaking down like you wouldn't believe. So that would mean it's time for the read.
Scanning the poker tables from around the world. This is The Read, brought to you by PokerNews.com.
Tim and I always have a laugh about that because the first couple times we did that, I totally blew doing the intro. So every time we get it right, there's a celebration in here. Tim's awesome. And these guys love the read, too. The smiles on the faces.
I like it. It's good. It's professional sounding. And the read is important, the ability to read a situation, a player, or even the political scene and the news is a great skill to have.
Well, let's get to a couple of the poker items first on the tables. Philip Grissom made more money, winning the WPT Alpha 8 event, going back-to-back boy, is he rolling in it right now. That's a couple $1,000,000 there in 2 tournaments.
Doing quite well.
Oh, not a bad job for him. So congratulations to Philip Grissom.
Let's call him for lunch.
We should get him over here. He can fly us wherever he is. That's fine with me. Unreal run for him. We also, of course, had another good guy in poker taking down the WPT Best Bet Jacksonville Fall Poker Scramble. Jared Jaffe picking up $252,000 for his efforts, and a lot of people very happy about that.
That's his
win.
first championship.
It is unbelievably so.
And he's been playing. He's been around for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I got a funny story about that guy. I was deep in a Borgata, or maybe it was Foxwood, some World Poker Tour event a few years ago, and somebody whispered to me who he was. He was some hotshot online kid at the time. If this is the guy
Is
I'm
that
thinking of.
Hamby or Jaffe?
No, it was Jared Jaffe.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe it was Jonathan Jaffe. I think it was Jared Jaffe. In any case, I heard he was he was playing really well. I didn't know who he was, and somebody came over and told me he was some internet hotshot and told me what his screen name was. And I asked him, I said, "Are you so-and-so?" And he denied it, said, no, never heard of him. Anyway, after I busted, I ended up getting knocked out like 11th or something, bubbled the final table. He comes over and shakes my hand and says, "By the way, yes, I am."
Nice.
He didn't want to tell me.
Pulling the fake
Not
on
at the
you.
table.
Very good.
If that's him. It's either Jonathan Jaffe or Jared Jaffe, but if he just won a tournament, I'm guessing it's Jared.
You're guessing it's going to be the same guy.
Probably.
Probably. But congratulations, Jared. Great job out there in Jacksonville. Of course, New Jersey is getting ready to kick off their online poker. And probably the biggest news out of all these permits that got granted was the one that didn't,
Poker Stars.
as Poker Stars shut out again.
Wow.
They have been not approved for a permit for online play in New Jersey. About 700 licenses have been given out, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on the show. But no Poker Stars in New Jersey.
$750 million does not buy you a license.
Well, just to clarify the real the real answer is yet. So
Yet.
they haven't been denied. They just haven't been approved at the same pace others have. So some are
very important distinction.
Some people are assuming that means they've been shut out, and perhaps it does. But according to the state of New Jersey, they have not
Take an official position
right.
on it.
They have not chosen not to grant a license. They just have not been given the transactional waiver that other companies have been granted already.
So how much is that going to cost them? About $100 million, $200 million, somewhere in there? That's about my guess.
It may not be viable. It sounds like.
They had the money. They sure have the money. So a pretty interesting situation going out there in New Jersey. But they're going to be kicking off play out there later on this week. So
they're getting they're also having online gambling where you can actually go on and play slot machines and whatnot. So like Ultimate Poker's got the U Casino opening up and whatnot out there too.
yeah, and of course Shell Nadelson's out here fighting it all the way.
Throwing $10 million to say no to online gambling.
Sheldon, what a jerk.
That's horrible.
Serious? I wonder what he's trying to prove, that guy. What his real intentions are.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But
He's got the wrong people throwing money in his ears. That's all.
well, the guy's got the money. He can do what he wants, but not necessarily the best thing for online gaming at this point. But we'll see what happens with it.
If he doesn't want a piece of the pie, he's going to fight against it.
Yep, absolutely. Do we have our Grindette on the line? All right. Well, we got to get to our Grindette segment here because Jamie Kerstetter is knee deep in the Borgata Open right now. Jamie, how are you?
Actually, I'm Mohegan right now.
Oh, you're Mohegan. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Well,
I mean, you probably a good assumption. I'm usually at Borgata.
yeah, that's true. You kind of live there, but
Yeah.
but hey, first, congratulations on your sponsorship with Party Poker. Way to go!
Thank you. Thanks. Pretty excited. They're going to be in New Jersey next week, so it's going to be a really awesome thing to be able to be at home playing.
Yeah, it's about time, and I'm so happy for you getting a big sponsorship deal like that.
Thanks.
Yeah, the Grindettes just keep going and going and going, don't they? You've got to be thrilled. So, yeah. So, Jamie, what else is going on with you right now? I'm sure you've been very busy out on the circuit. What's new?
Yeah, well, I just moved back from Mexico a few weeks ago, so I'm looking for an apartment down in Atlantic City and been at home a little bit visiting family that I haven't seen in a while, so that was pretty cool. But also we did a whole media tour for a week for Party Poker to let people know that they're coming back to New Jersey. So we did like a bunch of morning radio and stuff like that. And I got to wake up at 5 in the morning like regular people do, and I have to say that it's horrible.
Just to clarify, regular people don't wake up at 5 in the morning?
Or 6 or 7, any of those hours that are AM hours, I was like, no, thank you. I think I'll continue this whole poker thing.
So I assume the only site you'll be playing on is Party Poker, right?
I'm not sure. Well, I don't necessarily have to do that, but I'll be playing on Party probably like 90% of my volume because it's been around for 10 years and the software is really like better than I'm sure the competitors will be. I sound like a commercial, so I'll stop, but but I'll be mostly playing on Party.
Yeah, and well, so how many of your online compatriots are going to be joining you out there? Because it's going to be a very exciting time. So
that's just really funny. Like, 'cause I'm not sure exactly how many people who moved out of the country are going to come back. Like, it was an easy choice for me because I'm from New Jersey, so I was like, awesome. I get to be near my family and friends and everything, and actually like have an apartment again, not live out of a suitcase. But I don't know how many people are actually like moving back from Mexico and Canada. I know a lot of people from like the New York City area and Philly area are looking at places in New Jersey because you can get winter rentals for really cheap right now by Atlantic City. And a lot of my friends are actually planning to grind and just see how the sites are the first few months.
Oh, great. Well, it's very exciting to start seeing all of you guys coming back, and hopefully things will go great in New Jersey and Nevada, and we'll all be bringing y'all home pretty soon. It's good to hear.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, hey, Jamie, thanks for calling in real quick. I do appreciate it. And, of course, make sure you guys follow the Grindettes on Twitter at Grindettes, and, of course, the Grindettes on Facebook. And big things coming from Jamie Kerstetter.
Jamie, say hi to, Warren, I'm sure, then. Warren Lush, right?
Yeah, Warren, I met him last week. He came from the UK to hang out with us in New York City. He's awesome.
Beautiful. Yeah, I did a lot of work with them over in London and stuff. When we did the Party Poker World Open and things like that. You say hi to those guys for me, okay? And best of luck over there. All right.
All right, thanks for having me on, guys.
You got it. Good luck, Jamie. All right, there you go. Jamie Kerstetter of the Grindettes, and wow, New Jersey is soon going to be home to a lot of poker players. It couldn't have been, Florida or North Carolina.
I was thinking the same thing. The only great thing about, when I was down there, I loved the boardwalk, and that's kind of a good attraction. But she said getting an apartment in Atlantic City, I'm not sure. I guess that's an upgrade.
There's nicer areas in
From
New
where
Jersey. Cherry Hill. There are some nice spots in Jersey, but
true. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, New Jersey is a wonderful state. We all love it.
Of course.
It's amazing. Anyway. All right. Well, hey, we have our Doug Hull Poker Plays You Can Use strategy segment. We didn't get to do that last couple of weeks.
It's time for the Poker Plays You Can Use strategy segment with author Doug Hull.
Hello, this is Doug Hull, author of Poker Plays You Can Use, bringing you a tip for when you first sit down at the table. Now, very often you will have a choice of a couple of different seats. Which ones should you choose? The one that lets you see the football game better? No. Well, maybe. But what you're really looking for is where is the big money? I always am going to choose to sit to the immediate left of the biggest stack I can find. If that is not going to immediately determine which of these seats I'm going to choose, then I'm going to look for the good players. If I already know some of the good players in this pool, I also want them to my immediate right. Finally, if that's not something that's going to decide between the seats, I'm going to look for the nittiest, most passive players I can and try and get them on my left. That way they don't abuse me with their position. Come to 3barrelbluff.com to find other tips like this.
All right, and there you go. The Poker Plays You Can Use strategy segment tip of the day from Doug Hull. And make sure you guys go to 3barrelbluff. Nate, I blew that again. Can you believe that? 3barrelbluff.com.
You're so professional, man.
I do my best.
Buff it out.
Most of the time. 25% off when you put in the code KLAV. Buy some books from Doug. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great gift for everybody for Christmas or Thanksgiving or anytime. It's an awesome book, so make sure you check it out.
I'd like to know, speaking of the way, since you struggle on the word
What?
Word bluff. I'd like to know, Mr. Freeberg, what percentage would he say his game is bluffing?
1%.
Thank you.
Wow, that's it. Very nice.
It's so
You guys
strange
fall for
because
that? Really?
well, I don't know. Is it 1%? That's
I just
one
bluffed and you both just called.
Well, yeah, because
Actually, you folded.
You better go get that book.
bluffed, you guys
Oh
folded.
my
Yeah.
God. All
Depends how
right.
you define a bluff, right? Is open raising on the button with a weak hand a bluff, or is a bluff just making a bet on the river when you missed your draw?
very good. So I guess we should start with a definition. I guess bluffing is representing something that you don't have.
Fair enough. Probably not typically pre-flop unless you're on about the fourth
Well,
bet.
even pre-flop. So let's say you're on the button and you're raising with deuce 4. You're raising. You're putting money in the pot, saying I have a better hand than you. Generally, unless you're raising for a different intention, like I'm just inflating the pot in position, and not really considering my hand value. But I think hand value is a part of poker. So even if you're a situational player, you should consider hand value, at least to some degree. So in that case, yeah, you'd be bluffing to pick up the blinds or to move your opponents around.
Yeah, and I just can't believe John came in here and lied to us right on the
Right?
air.
One poker
1%.
player lying.
But it was so quick too. We should have picked
Yeah.
up that tell.
Yeah, that was
too
a
quick
snap call
because there
on
was
that.
no
Should have
consideration.
had a read on that.
I know.
Weren't we
There was
talking
no
about reads?
consideration, and that's the thing with people who are bluffing. Is a lot of times they don't go into consideration; they'll just act impulsively, and we should have picked that up.
Yep. Oh, well. Because I was thinking about going to a commercial break. So we're going to do that real quick and be right back with Nate Dowell, John Freeberg, Kenneth James right after this.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
Join us on Saturday, November 30th for an outstanding day of poker excitement. It's Lane Flack's On Tilt Poker Throwdown 2013 at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas to benefit the Southern Nevada Bully Breed Rescue and the Las Vegas Boxer Rescue. Brought to you by On Tilt Merchandisers and Rockwell Watches. The Poker Throwdown features a unique 5-team format plus individual participation as well. Team up with a poker pro or celebrity and take your shot at winning it all. Red carpet photos, silent auctions, great poker action, and a VIP after party await you at the poker charity event of the year. Visit pokerthrowdown.net for more information and join Lane Flack at the Golden Nugget on Saturday, November 30th for the On Tilt Poker Throwdown.
Want to be a millionaire? Then see if you can become fantasy sports royalty in the 2013 Fantasy Football Millionaire Grand Final at DraftKings.com. Play for free or in paid contests for real money, plus games last one day, so there's no long-term commitment. Thousands of winners have won over 10 million prizes on DraftKings.com, and now it's your turn to cash in. Go to DraftKings.com right now, enter the promo code HOKE, and get a 100% deposit bonus and a free entry into the Millionaire Grand Final qualifier. So don't wait. Crown yourself the king of fantasy sports at DraftKings.com.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes?
The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts.
Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Win your share of $50,000 in cash and prizes and get into the game for free with the Nevada Poker League. NPL has 17 locations in the Las Vegas area for you to play poker with your friends and neighbors. New season starts early October. Find a location near you at NevadaPokerLeague.com and get in the action tonight.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, we are back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us here on KLAV. Nate Dowling, John Freeberg, Kenneth James. Oh, this room is, we could do this for hours, I'm sure.
For just all day.
Well, I don't know about all day. I still have comp points from the big hit I had over for stations.
100,000.
I hit for 100,000 points. I have another job I'm doing on the side, and I cash my paycheck, and they have the little spin the wheel thing there. I hit for 100,000 comp points.
What does that mean?
Did you find out if you took your VIP status up?
No, I didn't look yet, but I will.
What do you get for, say, 1,000 comp points?
$1
or 10,000.
It's $1 for every 1,000. So basically, I scored $100.
Wow.
So
okay.
So the wife and I have been heading over to Texas Station for the buffets a couple times.
But if it takes your if it takes your status up from, say, the red card to the chairman's card, it's worth it, because then you don't have to stand in line for buffets like your family enjoys or whatever.
I'm a celebrity. I don't have to stand in line. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Are you kidding me?
You see, there's games within the game, you know, and when there's games within the game. When you live in Vegas, you encounter these people like yourself that are players, real players in the games of life. You know, like they'll say, oh, you know, the shrimp cocktail, the word will go out there, they're having shrimp cocktail right now for 99 cents. And you get a really big bowl of it, and, you know, down at the Golden Gate or something like that. They plan their lunch around it. They plan everything to get an edge.
The fried Twinkies.
The fried Twinkies, for, you know. And if you play the Wheel of Fortune, you know, you get, whatever. Anyway, it's a game within the game. I never played that game, but I know a lot of people like it.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, John, of course, doing All Vegas Poker and the Poker Atlas. Well, first, how are things going with the site before I fire these questions at you?
You know, things are going great. We're actually launching a brand new Poker Atlas site within the next 48 hours.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, couldn't have timed that any better then, huh?
It would have been nice to have it out yesterday so I could tell everyone to look at it today. But instead, I'm going to say check it out this weekend.
Awesome. Well, make sure you guys do that. ThePokerAtlas.com, correct?
Very cool. Just PokerAtlas.
Oh, it's now just Poker Atlas.
Although
okay.
The Poker Atlas will take you there, too. Yep.
Okay. But a great site. Check it out. find out what's going on. Got North America covered. We haven't taken over the world yet. Or?
We have every legal poker establishment in North America, live and online, as well as lots of benefits and deals and bonuses for players.
Awesome. Very good. Well, speaking of what Kenna was talking about, the game within the game, and that's something I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit today, is in terms of starting off in Las Vegas, there's a lot of opportunities for players to not only pick up comp points and things like that, but other benefits. What are some of the better rooms that you would recommend to people if they're trying to get those benefits and pick up a little extra from their time sitting at the table?
Depends on what you enjoy. You get
Yeah.
good comps at Venetian, for instance. You also, if you like downtown better, Binions. Golden Nugget really doesn't have a whole lot going on for comps.
Wow.
But,
See, I was just going to disagree with that. I think the best deal that I found. I mean, I live here now, so I don't stay there much, but every once in a while I do, is the Golden Nugget, because
they got great high hands.
Well, it's not just that. You get your natural package when you come in, your comps and things like that. But it's the other things with like you can get upgrade to a room for like $30 or $40, and you get a really beautiful room, and you get the spa, and you get the other things, along with it. For my dollar, if I was staying downtown, Golden Nugget, based on comfortability and the comps and things like that, is far the best. It's where I recommend people go. And I like
poker?
John. I like John down there in the poker as well. John runs the room down there. And
I know John in them, but I don't think the poker room doesn't give you like $1 an hour or $2.
No.
Not
Not the comps on that. Right. No, I'm talking about where to stay. As far as the room, and then the stuff like I know, Mark, you work out a lot, so
Not lately.
you get the spa, you get the workout.
I think you're confusing him for this guy.
Yeah.
Over there. Like tearing out of his shirt.
Well, John, what are some of the ones that you recommend? Of course, AVP, you got some great reviews on the rooms and so on. What do you say?
You mean for poker here in Vegas?
Yeah, we'll start in Vegas and go from there.
Aria has a pretty good comp program. They reward the regular players pretty well. I'm not too familiar with the comp program at Golden Nugget, but I do like Mr. John Colville. He does a great job over there. Venetian and Wynn take very good care of their players. I love playing at the Wynn.
Yeah,
very
I do
comfortable
too.
seats. They take very good care of all the players there. Great service.
What about the ones off the strip? I mean, there's a lot of different places you can hit that, once you get away from the main part of Las Vegas.
Green Valley Ranch, Red Rock, and South Point are my three favorite off-strip properties. Particularly GVR, I'd say. Really friendly staff, individual service, good comps. It's one of the station properties as well, so you might be able to go there for a buffet with some of your 100,000 points.
Yeah. I'm already through about half of those. I got to be careful. I'm going to run those out quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to run very quickly. Now, of course, we're also seeing a lot of expansion of casinos around the United States. It has been, we have Ohio that just exploded. Florida has been blowing up. So much happening out there, and I know on your website you're keeping track of it. And Kenny, you get out there a lot and travel too. What are some of your favorite places now outside of Las Vegas to play?
Aside from California, which has had card rooms for a very long time now, some beautiful rooms in Florida. Pennsylvania has some decent poker now. I understand there's some pretty big rooms in Ohio that are new and nice. I actually haven't gotten to travel out there too much just yet, or at all for that fact. But they're opening up some really big poker rooms around the country, and it's quite frankly, it's been hurting the poker business here a little bit because people don't really have to travel here so much to play poker like they used to.
Yeah, I've noticed that going around to some of the rooms, I mean, that I've gone to, I don't want to mention anybody that I've seen struggling a little bit on certain days, but a lot of places here, other than their weekend games, are really having trouble pulling stuff together, and it's names that would really surprise you if I threw them out there. And obviously, with what's happening across the country, that's certainly having an impact. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities to go play other places, right, Kenna?
Well, especially here right now, we've got online poker too, so that's taken away from the live games.
It's interesting to know and have you might have a thumb on the pulse of the poker community as a whole, whether it's growing, whether it's declining. I know last time when I was really in it, I think they were talking 60 million strong in the U.S. alone. I don't know. Do you know those numbers?
Not off the top of my head, no. But
Whether the because that's going to have a direct reflection of how many people are in the rooms, why is it declining or not? Is the community growing? Are we growing as a community? Are we declining? Certainly we experienced so much dramatic growth from ever since I started joining the game, but that's nothing new. Anytime I sit down in a game, it seems to fill up. That was a joke. But anyway.
Sorry.
If you don't know in the first 30 minutes.
But when I joined the poker community around 1997, it just seemed to expand every year, and all the way up to like 2007, 2008. And I'd be interested to see where we're at now and if it's starting to bounce back.
yeah, John, do you think that Vegas is always going to be the poker capital of the world, or is there ever going to be a shift somewhere else?
I think it's always going to be the poker capital of the world, not necessarily because there's more games here, because clearly Los Angeles, by volume, I'd say, is probably really the poker capital of the world, but it is just this sort of general gambling and gaming capital of the world. So I think that regardless of how big or small poker is here in Vegas, and it's quite massive right now, but even if it's not necessarily the highest city by number of tables going at any given point, I still think all the major events will still occur here, like the World Series, for example.
Yeah, and of course now we have the online situation going on here in Nevada and New Jersey, and everybody's getting really excited about what's going on in New Jersey. But we obviously have some great sites opening up here. I know John, you follow this very closely. How do you feel about the online situation right now in terms of viability and the player pool?
Well, player pools are a little thin, just being in Nevada. But a lot of people think, I hear a lot of people saying they don't think that Nevada's a viable market given the liquidity or the number of players available. I tend to disagree, and I think it is a very viable market. I think that the casinos have not yet really figured out the right way to market online poker. I think putting billboards up on the side of the street is not the right way to go. But I do think that with proper marketing and with a strong integration with their land-based products and casinos, then I think the market, is actually quite sizable.
Well, and that's why I don't understand Sheldon Adelson's fight so much on this, because if you market and tie in properly, and set yourself up satellites, comps, all those things that would go into the casino experience.
More internet cafes, even.
Sure.
A place where people can sit down in the casino, open their laptop, and play and be able to log on. I haven't seen them make any type of adaptation in the casino to try to help themselves online, where they can pick up a laptop and charge it to their room or do whatever they need to do. They really need to get on the ball and help people get online. And
right, that's a great idea. I mean, I hope they're really listening to what John said, and what you're saying, because integrating, rather than isolating, is the key to success. Same thing in poker. You want your cards to fit the flop, fit or fold, and you want things to fit together. So having internet cafes and doing proper marketing. Marketing is finding out what the players want and what they'll give in exchange for it, not in promotion, like he says, which is separate. Just billboards. But understanding that what the players will respond to will bring them out, and then integrate them into the casinos and into live games and things like that, and have it all work together. I think that's the key, and it's a beautiful thing for the player too, who gets them more social rather than the old online player who is just sitting in a hotel room 12 hours a day, not seeing the light of day, and really building up what is that called when your muscles
Atrophy.
Atrophy. Yeah,
I've got a little bit of that.
Players. So the integration, I think what you guys said right there is a beautiful thing. And if they can get on board with that, the community will grow.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting time the next couple of years in poker, as all these online sites start picking up. Plus, I'm sure other states are going to be coming on board pretty soon too. So we will see how the game plays out. And speaking of games, Nate, you know what time it is?
You tell me.
It is time for the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day.
I didn't want to mess up the sponsor.
It's time for the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day.
All right. So these guys once again, I love to make my guests suffer for 5 minutes.
Oh, boy.
It's always a great time with the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day. Of course, brought to you by Arctic Blue Cooling Towels. It is not cool to be hot, no doubt. So make sure you pick up your Arctic Blue Cooling Towel today at arcticblu.com. 15% off when you check out with the code Mark Hoke Show. You guys should all buy one. Don't mess around.
I have one.
You do?
Yeah, I play tennis. I need my Arctic Blue.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
I have it.
It's something else. So we're going to play the match game today. And here's how we're going to do this. Oh, and here's the music. Yeah, I got to introduce the panel. Shame on me. This panel of superstars. The all-star game player here on the Mark Hoke Show, Nate Dallin.
I haven't won one yet.
I know, exactly. John Friedberg and Kenneth James are going to be playing along here.
Can I bet myself to finish last?
I don't know. That might not be a good bet. Nate's here.
Oh, boy.
But here's how this is going to work, guys. I've got 3 questions for everybody. All right? Where you guys will each get to take a turn answering a question. So we'll read the question. The other 3 guys are going to, including myself, are going to write down their answers. Make sure you hide them so the other person can't see it. All right? And you're going to try and get matches. If you match one of each person, you get a point. Whoever has the most points is going to win the game. It's pretty simple.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be the real answer. It just
No,
has to be the
this could
answer
be
you
whatever
think,
if-
whatever you
put it-
think the other
put it in
person
a-
is going to say.
Yeah, put it in a Johnny Lawden kind of focus here. So I've got 3 questions. Normally, we only get to do A or B and do a couple rounds. We got 3 questions. We're going to do A, B, and a C for the first time ever in match game history. A C. So, Nate, I'm going to give you the first choice. Do you want question A, question B, or question C?
A.
All right. Nate's going to take A. All right. So you guys, the 3 of us, are going to write down our answers. Nate, don't give your answer until we have ours written down. Okay? Got it? All right. So here's question A. And it's a Dumb Dave question. So when I say Dumb Dave is so dumb, you guys all have to say, how dumb is he? You ready? Here we go. Dumb Dave is so dumb.
How dumb
is he?
Oh, come on. You guys can do better than that. Let's go. Dumb Dave is so dumb.
How dumb is he?
Great. There you go. When he went to a buffet and was told he could eat whatever he wants, he tried to eat the restaurant's blank. So all 3 of us have to write down our answers. He tried to eat the restaurant's blank.
What was the first part of the question?
Dumb Dave is so dumb when he went to a buffet and was told he could eat whatever he wants. He tried to eat the restaurant's blank.
Is there a right answer for this?
Not
or
necessarily.
Okay,
no.
good.
No. Nate's over there thinking about this. I'm ready. How about you guys? You got an answer?
Oh, man.
Kenny, you're the creative one too here.
I
You're
know.
stumping.
This is I'm almost ready. Okay.
You ready?
Got
it?
No.
We don't have all day.
Okay.
Pick a word. First thing that comes to mind.
All right, I got it.
All right, Nate. Nate,
Nap.
once again, here's the question. Dumb Dave is so dumb when he went to a buffet and was told he could eat whatever he wants. He tried to eat the restaurant's blank.
Napkins.
Napkins.
Anybody?
I don't know.
Anybody?
John, do you have napkins over there?
How creative were you trying to
What
get?
do you got there, John?
Plates.
Plates. You're close.
I can't.
You're close. All right.
It's right there on the setting.
Yeah, you're close there. Kenna. Somehow I think Kenna came up with something a little worse than that.
Yeah, I did. It's lunchtime and I haven't eaten, so the only thing I could think of was roast beef.
Are you serious?
I know. That's bad.
Wow, that's one of the worst answers I've heard. I said hostess.
Oh.
Hostess.
Yeah.
Wow. The sex show is coming up next.
Sex and money up next, kids. Just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, so Nate, no matches for you. What a shock. All right, John, you're up next. Do you want question B or question C?
C.
C. All right. This is an honor of Nate Dowland, by the way. Nate Dowland isn't too good at the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool games of the day. When he was
He
asked
had
which
plates, it was close.
Yeah, close. When he was asked which poker player has the most bracelets, he said blank. When he was asked which poker player has the most bracelets, he said blank.
Oh, who's answering the question?
John's waiting.
Okay.
3 of us have to write our answers down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is a little tricky. This is a name one. Always makes it interesting. Nate, you have your answer there?
I
You
do.
ready? Kenna?
Okay.
All right. Nate Dowland isn't too good at the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool games of the day. When he was asked which poker player has the most bracelets, he said blank. John, what's your answer?
Scotty Wynn.
Oh, not a bad. See, there you go. Wearing a lot of jewelry.
All the jewelry, baby.
Yeah, that's a pretty good answer.
I go all night, baby.
Let's go. Let's go with.
I put Kenna James.
Wow, he said Kenna James. Wow, that's gonna get a buzzer on that. I'll go next. I went with somebody. I went on the female side of things, but that was a great answer, by the way. I said JJ Lew.
She probably does have the most bracelets.
Yeah, probably.
She just wears one at a time, though.
Yeah,
Scotty wears 30 at once.
Good point. Kenna, what did you come up with?
Phil Hellmuth.
The right answer.
I'll give you
That's the right answer. Oh,
I just
Think
got
outside the
that
box,
this.
Kenna.
I just got that this is the opposite of what you think it is.
All right. All right, Kenna, this is the last question. Somebody's got to match somebody here, or it's going to be a complete sweep of losers.
Wait, what was the answer? What did he say?
Well,
I said Scotty
he
Wynn.
said Scotty
Oh, he
Wynn,
said
which
Scotty
honestly
Wynn.
I thought
Because he
was the
wears a
best
lot
answer.
of necklaces,
Yeah.
and therefore I thought maybe he wears a lot of bracelets.
Well, at least I was.
can
closer.
explain a little further if you like.
No, I got it now. Now I got it.
All right, Kenna, here's your question. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Ryan Reese, of course, the new world champion, may be a little too fanatical about his love of the Detroit Lions. The other day, he went to their facility and tried to steal Calvin Johnson's blank. All right, Ryan Reese may be a little too fanatical about his love of the Detroit Lions. The other day, he went to their facility and tried to steal Calvin Johnson's blank. Nate's got an answer.
Mine's right.
I've got an answer. Johnny, you ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready. Wow. Everybody snap this one off, Kenna.
All right, you ready?
All right, here we go. What did Ryan Reese steal from Calvin Johnson?
His jockstrap.
Jockstrap. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's
way.
go to Nate first. Nate, what do you have?
Jockstrap.
Hey, there we go. There's a match.
Thank you very much.
John, what did you say?
I said nuts.
Nuts.
show.
Which goes in the jockstrap, which
Close.
is close. I should get a half a point for that.
I also said jockstrap.
There you go. See?
Wow, there you go. Kenneth
See?
James is the big winner.
Sometimes.
Way to go. Let's give him a round of applause to Kenneth James,
Thank
everybody.
you. Sometimes being
The
ignorant
advantage
pays
of
off.
having position on the game.
Oh, there you go.
Going last.
Nice job on the match game, Kenneth James. How about
Thanks.
that?
What do I win?
I'll get you a cooling
A
towel.
jockstrap.
Cooling
Yeah.
towel. Beautiful.
All right. Hey,
How about one of those cooling jock straps? It's not
Wow.
cool to be hot.
No.
that
in
is
your jock.
I will talk to those guys about putting one together for you.
Actually, that's a great
We got the
idea,
material.
isn't it?
We can do it.
That's really a good idea. I've got the line for it. Keep your nuts cool.
There you go. All right. Well, we got to get another commercial break in, and we'll be right back. This crazy crew of guys, unbelievable. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com and call now for today's free winner at 1-855-489-3500. That's 1-855-489-3500. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Last summer, I was at the World Series of Poker every day and couldn't walk 2 steps without seeing someone wearing 3Bet clothing. It's super comfortable and stylish, and all their stuff looks amazing. The incredible team of pros who wear 3Bet hats, hoodies, tees, and more are a who's who in poker. All-time greats like Jonathan Little, Doc Sands, Brian Rask, Jason Kuhn, Scott Clements, Greg Mueller, Ben Tollerine, Jeff Gross, and of course, Antonio Esfandiari, all proudly wearing the 3Bet brand. They wear 3Bet clothing because they know that being comfortable and feeling confident is crucial to winning on and off the tables. 3Bet.com has shipped thousands of orders worldwide, and it's time for you to join the 3Bet team just like the pros. Go to the number 3bet.com and receive an added bonus of 15% off with the promo code RADIO. Make that right call. Look and feel like a pro at 3bet.com.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become 1, one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final 9 Comic.
The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
All right, we are back. Kenneth James, John Friedberg, Nate Dowland.
Yep.
And little old me, your host, Mark Hoke. I never mention me for the most part. I mean, I put my name in the name of the show now, but it's all about the guests. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, appreciate it.
John's like, I don't know about that. Yeah, come on, John, you know it. It's all
You're number one.
Yeah.
You should always mention yourself first. In fact, you shouldn't even mention your guests.
Really? That's not very nice.
On the guests.
You see,
He is
that's
great at
one thing I
bluffing.
love.
He's great
That's
at
one thing I love about Freeberg is ever since I know him, just a class guy, humble,
Never sarcastic.
No, not at all.
He has a little bit of sarcasm, but
unbelievable. Well, hey, just want to make sure I get to mention a few things. Of course, coming up November 30th, we don't want to forget about the Poker Throwdown coming up at the Golden Nugget. Make sure you go on down there. It's going to be an awesome event with Lane Flack and all those crazies. Oh man, a charity event with Lane Flack. I'm scared.
I do a charity event in January. Arizona baseball charities with Lane Flack have for the last few years. It's really good. All the baseball giants, retired guys come and raise money for underprivileged kids to be able to play baseball. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to come
So
down
yeah,
to
it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. He is a good time.
Yeah, he's amazing. So make sure you guys go to pokerthrowdown.net. Check that out. We also, of course, have a couple promo codes going to make sure you mention here. Blind Squirrel Apparel, you're going to get 20% off on the website when you put in the code HOKE. So make sure you go to blindsquirrelapparel.com. We talked about poker plays. Use 3Bet clothing. Go to 3bet.com. 15% off with the code RADIO. And, of course, don't forget to go to Final 9 Comic. They should have put you in the Final 9 Comic, Kenna.
Yeah.
That would have been something else.
Funny.
Go to final9comic.com, the number 9, and download the free preview of the first issue. And 9 are going to become one way or the other. And I'm banking on a decapitation in there at some point. I can't wait.
Center field 9 center field.
Yeah, there you go. Playing the 9s, but great site. So make sure you guys go and start downloading that as well. Oh man, I'll tell you what. This I think one thing that's been very interesting going on here in the poker community is, when we look at a guy like Ryan Reese, who is, really just hitting superstardom, a lot of things are going to be changing in his life. And, John, you've won a bracelet. You know how much that changed your life. Kenny, you've done a lot of coaching, especially in the life coaching area. What are some of the things that you guys would recommend to Ryan to avoid those pitfalls that he could possibly fall in now that he is a famous poker player? What would you say first, John? Because I know, John, you've taken this to the the nth degree with poker and the great business work and so on that you're doing. What are some of the things that you would tell poker players to stay away from and not make some mistakes?
Strip clubs, craps tables, staking other. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of good staking investments. Just I think the biggest mistake a lot of poker players make is that when they have a big score, they think they can do it every time, and they don't factor into account enough bankroll management and just the general streaks in the game. It's very, very difficult to be a long-term profitable tournament player because there's big swings, and it is very possible, but I see a lot of people just assume that since they go on a certain winning streak in 1 year that they can always do that, and so they adjust their lifestyle or their cost of living to accommodate for that, and then the next year they have a little bit of a downturn, and it can kind of catch up with you. So I'm sure he'll be fine with however $8 million or whatever he's got plus endorsement money coming in.
He took no endorsements.
I'm sure he'll be taking endorsements
Yes.
now. In fact, I'd be real surprised if he didn't show up in a logo from one of the New Jersey online casinos opening next week, but that's just my own personal opinion. That really.
Yeah, and one thing that you said in there I think is really interesting is when you mentioned craps. That's one of the worst problems that guys have in poker is getting out of the casinos. And we all know that they set us up in the back. So whenever you go play poker, just about every place, you've got to walk through the casino. And boy, I'll tell you what, it's pretty hard when you got money burning in your pocket to not stop and play. Oh, yeah, I'll play a little hand of blackjack. Let's play a little craps. I'll play a little pie gow. I mean, that's a huge pitfall, isn't it, Kevin?
It definitely is. It was for me. I know that. But it doesn't matter what game it is. It could be a casino game. It could be the sex game. It could be, any other game that diverts you from your purpose. And when you start to play, you've had this windfall of success. A lot of times, the thing that I see is players try to step up their game before they're ready. I know I did. Instead of I was playing 10-20 or 5-10, no limit. All of a sudden, I'm playing 50-100 or 4-800, and it's a totally different game. And so you're trying to bypass, the work you have to do to get through to get to that. Just because you have this windfall of money and it doesn't usually turn up good. So the advice I would give is the key word is to manage. You want to manage things really well because that's do what you did to get there. Don't now get diverted from your path by other people that come into your life or other temptations. Go out and buy an Aston Martin. I think,
didn't one of the guys, the runner-up, what's his name again?
Jay Farber.
Jay Farber.
He said, I woke up in a Bugatti or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, those things are nice, but they come and go. And stay true to yourself, I would say, and manage well is the advice I'd give.
Yeah, it's very tricky out here, especially when you come to a city like Las Vegas where there's so many distractions and so much you could possibly do that, you could get yourself in some serious trouble. And, we've seen it a million times with, even our world champions, finding a way to fall. It's very difficult.
My other best advice, don't loan money. When you have a score, don't loan out your money. You're not getting it back.
That's right.
Well, that was funny because Jay Farber put up a post about that so many people went after him for money. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The guy just, runner-up at a World Series of Poker, and, 2 days later, he's getting swarmed by people for money. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah,
it happens a lot.
It does.
I know every time I had a score, especially my biggest score, I had, members of the poker media asking me for money. I had players asking me for money.
John, can I have $5?
Look, this is the guy. Wait a minute. I got to take time out. This is the guy.
Real quick,
2
about
minutes.
30 seconds. So.
Two minutes in that said you're buying lunch. Just want to say that.
Right.
And I got to give a quick plug to I write a column for Southwest Poker News. Chris Cronin, those guys over there. Thanks, guys, and WSOP Academy.
Wow, I'll tell you what, great show. Nate Dallin, John Freeberg, Kenneth James. Tell you, you got two great role models here in poker. Look these guys up if you have any questions. They will help you steer you through everything. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Mark Hoke Show today. We'll see you on Sunday on RogueWire.com, and then back here next week, day before Thanksgiving. I'll bring the turkey, I promise. Thanks for joining us, guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
Bye.